Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes
no,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking.
This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. It is July 30th, 2022, Saturday, and we do the disclaimer, use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for legal standard, the reasonable, prudent individual standard. We assert all constitutional rights, and in response to Mr. Perry's threats, and only in response to Mr. Perry's threats, I'm going to starve you and make you live under a bridge until you lie for me. My response to that is, no. What's going to happen is you're going to pay back everything you took and you're going to get out. Or it will be done for you. So that is the added part of the disclaimer, Mr. Perry. You have maliciously and intentionally and with a forethought and premeditation hacked. You're a peeping Tom. You can't get a real love life. Nobody wants you. You're by yourself. You're making a fool of yourself. You're just like this guy. Stalking is a felony crime. Peeping is a felony crime. Hacking is a felony crime. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce is something you're going to be charged with criminally. I know you think that you are above the law. You think a lot of things. You think watching women in the privacy of their home is a date. You're a delusional whack job. Everybody's sick and tired of dealing with it. Everybody's really tired of dealing with you. We don't have problems getting information on your crime. You can't find anybody that will tell you who's helping me, who law enforcement is helping me, who has the actual recordings when you're recorded, and I'm quoting you verbatim, when you're in one of your little meetings and you plan some kind of loss, financial loss. I'm going to starve her into a lie. I'm going to starve her until she has no choice but to take my bribe and lie. Your little Houston kidnapping plan, your little, I'm going to give her hard candy with poison so she'll die, all that, over and over and over and over. Mr. Perry, Mike Neely was drugged. We said it before anybody else said it. The McNamara email, all of these emails that I've typed up that came from a recording of you that police have. You think we're doing that because we just are bored? You think we're doing that, sir, because it's going to be used as party entertainment? I mean, what is it you think? You think a lot of things. None of it's real. None of it has any basis in reality at all. Have you heard that saying, you shall know the truth and the truth will set you free? When you do the same thing every day and get the same results for 13 years, people start wondering about you. You're not all there. You're just fucking not all there. So, in response to your threat that I get on a daily basis, you're going to starve until you lie for me. You're going to starve until you think you have no choice but to take my bribe and lie. I've written a letter of apology. They're my words, not yours, and you're going to read it, damn it. That's what I hear every day from Mr. Perry. All of that is criminal activity. So, and not how you get a date, not how you get people to like you, not how you even get cooperation. Forget the date, forget the romance, even cooperation. You don't get it. Sorry. You get told on. Never before in your life have you guys seen this happen. And it happens every fucking day, and it has for 13 years, and you act like you don't know. And everybody hates your guts. So, in response to your threat, what I'm telling you in part of the disclaimer now is you are going to give back every fucking thing you took, and you're going to get out of my life. Or the guys that gave me that, what you just said, Mike was drugged and didn't kill Chief Miller. You did. They're going to do it for you through the normal legal process. So write that down, because we've been saying that for years. And a reporter, in fact, commented, had they done what she said in March 2020, give back what you took and get the hell out. What would have happened is, and that part of that included get Mike Neely home. What would happen then is that if she continued now to assert that they killed Chief Miller, not Mike, they framed Mike, we would say that she's wrong, if not a little crazy. No reason to think that. They got Mike home. She's doing good. There's no evidence of coercion or witness tampering, but that's not what they did. If they wanted to frame somebody, they could have framed one of those guys that was involved in the meth bust Lucky Miller did right before his murder. But these people are stupid, a special kind of stupid. They do the same thing every day that gets the same results. Told on and told on and told on, and their crime is more discovered and uncovered than ever in their lives. And they act like they don't know that. We're all laughing at them. What delusional wackadoos, all of them. What's stupid? Special kind of stupid. So, she said, it's a reporter, weirdo, law degree. A lot of reporters have law degrees. She said, had they done what she said, but they didn't. So now we know they killed Chief Miller. Here we have another fourth fraud upon a court. 4 of them now. Her 3 civil suits and Mike Neely's trial. Where was Ty Buttram? Where was Chief Ridley? And where was Cynthia in that trial? Ty Buttram and Chief Ridley told the news media repeatedly they weren't fighting. They were best friends. This doesn't make sense. And it doesn't, because that's not what happened. Is it? You killed that chief because he was about to put you in jail, wasn't he? Somebody else will do it. It doesn't matter who you bought. Doesn't matter. Our guys will do it. You're going to go to jail, Mr. Perry. Everybody wants you gone. We don't have any problem getting information. And you can't get information. And you act like you don't know what that means. Things just don't click for you, do they? You're like this man. Stupid. You're a pest. You're a menace. And everybody's sick and tired of dealing with your delusion and your whack job problem and your sex pervert problem, and you don't have a life, and you're an imposition and a burden. Everybody wants gone. Just like cancer. You've done nothing but destroy and ruin and cause loss and tragedy, and people don't like that. Watch the news. Every time there's a tragedy, what happens? Everybody gets very angry at the person who caused the tragedy, don't they? Did you miss the thing that happened with Derek Chauvin? Let's defund police. He's a cop. He killed a man, cold blood, just laid on him until he died. Right there on, everybody's filming it, and he did it anyway. You're that. Everybody hates your guts. Hates you with a passion and a seething hatred. Because you do nothing but ruin and rape and rob. And everybody's sick and tired of dealing with you fuckers. You're nasty, you're gross, you're sick, you're twisted, and everybody hates you, and we have absolutely no problem getting what you just said because of it. We have a witness that says Mr. Perry, as long as I've known him, has stalked women. He's a serial stalker. He's a little creepy little fuck. Sick and twisted sadist. What he does is he'll travel without his wife Jackie, and he'll put hidden cameras in women's homes who are single with kids. That's his victimology. He'll troll them. He's a troll. And then he puts hidden cameras in their home, and he begins to broadcast them all over the internet, all over the world, on the dark web, and sells watch time. And then he gets them fired. They lose their job. And then he causes relationship problems in the family, because now she's asking for help. And he'll have the family berate them. It's gaslighting, but it's really witness tampering, isn't it? It's really victim tampering, isn't it? It's really a violation of Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 1512 and 1513, and every associated state law. Is it not, Mr. Perry? Are you just not all there? Are you stupid? Are you mentally retarded like our shrink says that you are? Because I shouldn't have to tell you this. It's embarrassing that I do. You're supposed to be a Christian. Aren't you a deacon at Southcrest Baptist Church? Is that really a church? Or is it just some kind of sick, twisted place people go to learn how to get away with murder? Huh? We'd like to know. I don't think it's a good church. Not if you're a deacon. Not at all. Because you're actually not a Christian at all. You're a Satanist, aren't you? And you got a sex pervert problem. You can't control it. It controls you. Your entire day is consumed with raping women in the privacy of their home and pretending that's a date. You can't tell the difference between a date and a felony at your age, right? So he gets these women fired, then makes sure they don't find another job. They lose their house, and then the ex take the kids away. And he said, I'm glad somebody's finally putting a stop to it. I'm sick of sleeping with one eye opened. He came looking for a handout. He wanted me to invest in this company he does this with. And I can't unhear what I heard. It made me sick at my stomach. It'll make this guy's sick and twisted. He'll make the hair on the back of your neck stand on end. We've heard that a lot, sir, from you, about you and David. You and David Robertson. Those two guys are creepy. They're weirdos. They're sex weirdos. They're very cruel. And they'll make the hair on the back of your neck stand on end when they walk in the room. We want them gone. Both of them. They're very dangerous. So we don't have any problem getting information. You have leaks, we do not. Right? You need to get a grip on reality, sir. You're in a lot of trouble. I don't want your buy-a-lie money. I want the money you took. I want it back. I want Michael Neely home with his family, and you're gone. We all want that. So what happens is, if you want clean teeth, you buy a toothbrush and you buy toothpaste and you go brush your teeth, don't you? So when you look at what we've done every single fucking day for 13 years, it is the goal. You two are in jail and you're gone. You and all your minions. All the bitch, Geppetto, you two. You guys cause problems. You cause loss. You do it maliciously. You plan it. And you do it every fucking day. And everybody's had enough of it. We're sick of it. So for every fucking time I quote you, that's what you did. You pissed us all off. Normal people. Normal people who don't like what you're doing. The suffering that you cause. The hardships that you cause. Everybody's sick of it. You can do some things like that for a while. Eventually, people get tired of it. We got to clean up your mess. You came in my backyard and you shit everywhere. And it smells bad and I got to clean it up. And people are only going to put up with that for a certain time. And then eventually they're going to go, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. You want to come and bully me? You want to come threaten me? Whatever. We're just not going to tolerate it anymore. In a civilized society, we don't. The thing is, we make laws to prevent and prohibit stalking, hacking, peeping, sexual exploitation of women and children, child pornography, murder in the first degree of a cop, fraud upon a court, perjury, obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence. You do it, you go to jail. I don't care who you think you are, David. You didn't meet me. I mean, you got away with it until you did it to me. I didn't know you. You picked a fight with me. You don't know anything about me. You didn't bother to weigh the risks and get all the information before you decided to attack me. So when you attack me, we start quoting what you just said. I know Geppetto's name. Calvin. There's a whole bunch of names I know. Who's your Muffin Man, huh? Whose nickname is Muffin Man? Who's Monique to you, Charles? All of a sudden, the shit that y'all talk about in your little secret sicko meetings where you're planning a crime, we get it. We get it because everybody's sick of y'all. And sick of the hardships, sick of the struggles, sick of the suffering, and we want you to stop. And if you don't, you're going to be stopped. You already are when we quote you verbatim. And for you not to know that, after this happening every fucking day for 13 years, you really are mentally retarded. There's no way you're not. Our shrink has to be right. You're delusional. You're mentally ill and mentally retarded, all of you. Because when you do the same thing every day and you get the same results for 13 years, and you still keep doing it, I mean, I don't even have words for that. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Everybody hates your guts. It's not tolerated anymore if you're being told on every day. Mr. Perry, your threats to starve me into a lie are duly noted for the record and have been for some time. And I said no. No means no. Do you not understand no? You're in a lot of trouble. And you act like you don't know that. Every day he'll ask me, who's my leaks? I'm like, listen, if I want clean teeth, I buy a toothbrush and toothpaste and I brush my teeth. I want you in jail. I don't want you around. I don't want you in my life. Didn't invite you up to Oklahoma. Didn't introduce you. I did not introduce you to my family. I would never take you around my family. What I'd like you to do is give back what you took from me and get the fuck out of my life. And if you don't, I have help. They'll kick your criminal ass like it's never been kicked before. Nobody's going to tell you who the leaks are. I'm not even told that. You ask the same questions every fucking day like you're fucking retarded. I'm sick of it. Everybody's sick of it. I don't know that, and I wouldn't help you if I did. We want for you to be gone. I want clean teeth. I bought the toothbrush, the toothpaste. I brushed my teeth. We want for you to be gone. And so, you're told on and told on and told on and told on. You don't have a real love life. You got a TV show, and you blow up doll, and you're pretending, and everybody laughs at you. It makes fun of you behind your back. You're the butt of a dirty joke, and that's the best you'll ever be. You have no real love life. You make me sick at my stomach. You're like this guy.
Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I
What
don't ever
happens-
want to hear your voice, you. Please,
What
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave
happened
me
was
alone.
In this society,
That's okay. I don't.
in this society, we do not tolerate that kind of shit. And so you're told on every fucking day like never before in your lives. Like never before in your lives. Mr. Robertson, I've said this before, but because you're stupid, I'm going to repeat myself. You guys with your Alzheimer's. You know what? One time is all we should have to say it. Once. If we have to say it more than once, there is something wrong with you. One time is all it should be said, Mr. Robertson. When I did my appeal, I filed a motion to vacate on fraud because you committed fraud. In the state case, it's called a 12-1031. There's supposed to be a hearing by law where both parties participate and evidence is shown of the fraud. You went into court and knowingly and willfully lied. My prosecutor calls me and says they have been recorded all damn day talking about taking your money and interfering with mail so you can't pursue the appeal. So, sure enough, the judge denies it. There's no hearing. Illegal. That's illegal. How much did you pay him? Mark went down to the courthouse and made it rain. It's not a strip club, sir. It is a court of law. Have some respect for the courts. So, I mean, you guys don't have attorney-client privilege anymore. You don't have it. You haven't for some time. So, the guys go, he's talked about impeding your appeal all fucking day. So, what I want you to do is when you do the appeal, you may not have any money to finish it. He may get into your wallet. Well, it's fine. We'll deal with it in a criminal case. What I want you to do, though, I know it's going to piss you off. Try not to let it piss you off. It's going to come out right in the end because I'm going to charge him with a crime. Interfering with court processes and all. I mean, he had a list. He said, what you need to do is file your DOR and your amended petition. I think I filed a petition. I did something wrong. So, yeah, I think I did. The Supreme Court asked me to make an adjustment, so I made the adjustment. I sent it off on the 11th of February. It was due, the DOR was due on the 16th. He says, don't walk it in. It's going to cost you a little bit more. Mail it. Make the receipt an exhibit. So I did. And Mr. Robertson got in the mail. So he says we're going to file we're going to do something with the U.S. Post Office. Don't file a complaint. They were also forwarding my mail to Charles. The postman said they're filing your He had a sticker on my mail, and I went and asked him about it. I said, what's this forwarding? Well, there's a forward request, but I saw you standing there, so I was like, well, she didn't move. So it says basically you need to check into it. I'll show it in a minute. So my guy says, don't file anything with the post office. I'm going to do it. Because Robertson will walk in right behind you, as you know, and obstruct. We're not having that again. Well, sure as shit, Mr. Robertson went up to the airport, where I had just mailed something, and asked the lady, did she file any kind of complaint? We found out about that too, Mr. Robertson. You got cops all over you. All over you. All of you do. What do we call them? The McNamara cops. So, I mean, you guys, we don't know what planet y'all live on. Same thing every day. You get the same results. Told on and told on and told on. Mr. Perry's not getting a date with me. There's no chance of that. He's a wackadoo. A loony toony. We hear you have Huntington's disease, which causes paranoia and delusion. So, this is how everybody else sees you guys.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That guy's been raping you since
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
That guy's been raping you since
Leave me alone. This make you feel? Huh? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Is that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
You want,
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Huh?
You're
Alright, so as you can see, I hear that every day. I'm gonna get you. Are ya? Huh, okay. You're the one getting told on all the time. You're the one asking who's my leagues. You're the one asking to buy the recordings of you guys in your criminal planning activity shit. You're the one asking, you're not going to get that, Mr. Perry. We want you gone. Listen to the words I'm saying, because you're really frustrating me that you're stupid. I don't have any patience for retarded people. I don't. And I'm not talking about Down syndrome. I'm talking about guys like you. It's a whole different thing, isn't it? You got a problem, sir, with your mind. It's not working. I had patients that had Down syndrome that could outthink you in their sleep. You guys have been told on and told on and told on, and nothing else has come from every fucking thing you do every fucking day, and you, like dogs chasing your tail, you look ridiculous. As a man, as a dog returns to his vomit, so a man returns to his folly. You can't stop, can you? You don't have any control. You don't have any power. You're pathetic. You're weak. You're impotent. You're stupid. Criminals are stupid, or they wouldn't be criminals, David. You know, there's actual research that shows that. Criminologists tell us that criminals have low IQ and no impulse control, because everybody else has a filter that says you can't do that, and you don't. You're deficient. Mr. Perry, this is how stupid Mr. Perry is. When I first get back from my illegal incarceration that he arranged from a fraud upon a court, I tell him that you're weak and impotent and stupid and pathetic and a slave to your desires that are sick. You got some sick, twisted desires. And he starts explaining how a certain number of men in the country have erectile dysfunction. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't care. I didn't want to know that. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. It's not relevant to my life. I meant in your character, you're impotent. I don't care about your, whatever, male something, ew, yuck. But that's how stupid he is. He types that shit in my phone he hacked. Get out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. That's how ridiculous. I'm gonna get you. I have pictures of you because I'm a stalker. Wow, okay. This guy doesn't even make sense, as you can see. His responses are not appropriate for what's being said to him, is it? You can't sit down and reason with him like a logical person who has the ability to ration and reason and make sense. It doesn't make sense. Nor does Mr. Perry. It's just like, oh, you're fucking giving me a headache in my eye with your the stuff you say doesn't, golly. Mr. Robertson, you're just as bad. Really, you are fucking, I get that you think that you control Oklahoma, right? You're some big mafia guy, and you can arrange for the false arrest of anybody, right? You did that to one of the girls at Lady Godiva's. She knew. She told me, second she got out of jail. She's like, I'm sitting there, and there was this guy in there. God, I can't remember his name. And he's watching his phone, and he's like, she got arrested for stealing a car. I'm waiting to hear so I can go get her. I'm like, okay. In a couple of minutes, like, yeah, not yet. And then he looks at his phone. Okay, I got to go get her now. She comes back. He did. He went, got her, brought her back. And she says to me, I got arrested for stealing a car. I didn't steal a car. I think it was her baby daddy's car. And she goes, I had permission to use the car. I had text. I had everything. She says, I didn't call anybody and tell them I was in jail. Nobody knew where I was. So how did they know to come get me? I just got booked and they come and get me. So who do you think did that? David Robertson did that. Yeah. So just so you know, Mr. Robertson, when you get quoted, that had something to do with it. You doing shit like that to people. Everybody's sick of it. You're not God. Get off your high horse. You don't know me. You're seeing things happen you've not seen before, and you act like you're too stupid to get a grip on that. That's reality. That is your reality now. When you do it to me, it's different, right? You fuck with somebody I know, you're going to get me and these guys helping me. We're all over you. You need to get a grip on reality, too. You're not all there either, are you? It's embarrassing, sir. You're embarrassment, just as much as Perry is. You guys are both like that. Whack job. You're some big powerful guy in Tulsa, in Oklahoma, and you run things. I'm sorry, but you don't. Not now. Not now. That's over. Life as you knew it ended when you started fucking with me. I didn't pick a fight with you. You caused damage to me, you picked a fight with me. And 40 cops, not from here, don't give a shit who you think you are. Alright? You can buy every cop in Oklahoma. Doesn't matter. Our guys they're not here. They'll get you. They're going to put your ass in jail, and you're not going to hurt people anymore. Just like that. That's the way it is. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. There is no extortion. There's no blackmail. Nobody calls Mr. Perry and says, we got information that we'll sit on it if you pay. That never happens. Never fucking happens ever. In response to his threat, I'm going to starve you until you lie. My response is, no, you're not. You're going to give back every fucking penny you took from me and Mike Neely, and you're going to get the fuck out of our lives, or it will be done for you by the guys who gave me what you just said. It's not up to you. As many times as we quote you, We think it is hysterical. You think you have a choice. What planet do you live on? You're one delusional whack job if you think you have a choice. You don't. No one's going to help you. We're sick of you. You've put out there that you want to buy the actual recordings, and nobody's asking you, nobody's giving you, here's the amount of money we want, and then you can have them. You can have that criminal incriminating evidence and destroy it. Nobody's making that kind of phone call, are they? Nope, they are not. Everybody's sick of you, and David, and Josh, and Joe, and Matt, and your problems, and your drama, and we want you to stop it right now. They're sick of watching you make me struggle. You too, Calvin. I don't know how many times I got to repeat that. Today's not the first time I've said that. We say it, then we show you. And then we say it, and then we show you. And then we say it, and then we show you. Here's what we can do. And you act like you have no fucking idea what that means. Things don't click for you. Charles, do they not click? Are you stupid? Are you mentally retarded? It seems like you are. You too, David. Act like you understand us. This guy acts like he has no idea what she just said. You're just like that. Wackadoo. Looney Tooney. It's like y'all are all wallowing around in the bathroom floor. And everybody's like, wow, what do you even do with that? Yeah. This, David, was my life before I came here. I know power. I knew people in power. This is what I did. I was a political consultant, sir. I know a lot of people with a lot of power. When I lived at Chardonnay in my 20s, these guys helping me knew me then. I've known them most of my life, adult life. So, and you don't know when I met them. I know you guys couldn't call in everywhere. Is it you? Are you helping her? Is it you? We'll buy a lie from you. Are you helping her? We want the recordings. We'll buy them. Then we're going to destroy that evidence of our crime. We've heard you make those calls. So, you know, nobody's telling you a fucking thing, are they? That's your social feedback. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick of you. All right, so my granddad was the chief of police. I grew up in the home of the power of the town where I lived, Roswell. My granddad was the power. You guys, you fuckers don't have any idea what that's like. Not a clue. So, Charles, that's Harry Reid. I just walked out of his office, sir. Before I met you. Do you really think you matter? Yep. Nope, you don't. You're a small town podunk nothing. Those people in Manford, we're talking about y'all. And one person said, oh, he told us he's a senator, he's got a lot of power. I started laughing. I go, you're shitting me with that, right? No, I said, listen, he is a small town podunk nothing. State senator, not federal. His district is one of the smallest in Texas. He doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't have that kind of power. He's delusional. He's pretending. He wishes. That's power. That guy was the third most powerful guy in the country, sir. So, somebody asked me, how'd you get a meeting with Harry Reid? You don't just get a meeting with Harry Reid. You got to know somebody. And I was like, well, I know somebody. So, why would you ask that kind of question anyway? So you think I was supposed to be impressed with you? You're a job. My job was to get you elected. You know why? Because you're a fucktard. And when you're running for office and you're meeting people, you can talk to an undercover cop and you wouldn't know it, would you? And you have. All of you have. More than once. David, you too. So, this has been a very extensive, lengthy, meticulously planned strategic investigation. It's an international crime. You're in a lot of trouble. There's a lot of laws. There's a lot of jurisdictions involved. They want to get you all at once, and you're done. And there's no deals. Okay? Just so you know, I've said it. I've said this before. Why do you think we're doing all this? It's not because we're just bored. It's a lot of work. I've gone through a lot of shit. You've made my life a living hell. But I want clean teeth, so I got the toothbrush and the toothpaste. We want you gone. All of you. When you go around causing problems for other people, they're not going to like you anymore. They're not going to help you. They're going to do whatever they can to put a stop to it, and you're gone. Because when you're gone, so are the problems you cause. So is the struggling. So is the suffering. So is the fear and the sadness. So is the loss. You're gone. That's what everybody wants. Clean teeth. We're all sick of y'all. So, you act like you don't understand what those words mean. Stupid. That's my life, David. You didn't know me. But you fucked with the wrong people this time. We don't care what you think you are. We really don't care. There's one of you in every state. Pathetic guy with mommy issues. You're the kind, some big bully. And then when somebody stands up to you, you go piss yourself in the corner and start whining about being a victim. That's the best you'll ever be. You will never be any better than that. And this time we said no. You can buy every cop in Oklahoma. No one cares. No one cares. We just want you gone. Go around and tell everybody how powerful you are. This was the first. There's a recording that goes with this email. October 2015. I'm going to arrange a false arrest and try to coerce her. And you haven't stopped. You do it, still doing it. You go at one angle, we find out, and then you try a different angle, then we find out, and then you try a different angle, then we find out. It's the same thing every day. Mr. Robertson, who has the actual recordings of this? Who has this? You getting any offers when you put the, we'll pay for that. Yeah, and nobody's talking to you about it, are they? Your guy said, we think it's a bunch of military ecumenicals. These people that are all about God and country. They don't want your buy-a-lie money. They want to put a stop to the harm to the women and kids you rape every day. You starve. Our witness says he is starving these women and children, kids, little babies. These little kids are taking a bath. He's broadcasting them on the internet so a bunch of little old sex weirdos can go jack off. Rub one out is what he said. And Perry's one of them. He said he's a sex sadist. He's a sick motherfucker. It's child pornography. You're making everybody mad. This time you're getting caught. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter, so it's my pleasure to be the one that it's different this time. Right? When I said not this time, you're not getting away with it this time. I knew a whole lot more about it than you did. I wasn't allowed to say there even was an investigation, Mr. Perry. But you got caught talking about killing me so much. My guys are like, maybe we ought to say that maybe we ought to let him know there's at least an investigation so he doesn't kill you. Normally that would be a crime deterrent. Unless you're stupid. So, but you can't tell them who we are. What day are they going to bang on your door, David? Then we'll see how powerful you think you are then. Is it cute that you rape and rob women and kids then? When y'all are all in prison, I'm going to come see you. How cute is it now? This horror that you have unleashed on women and little kids. So you feel like a tough guy because you got little man syndrome or something. Or impotence. Whatever your deal is. No normal man wants to hurt women and kids. No normal person sits around all day planning somebody else's ruin. It is not normal to want to hurt people. So the fact that you sit around and do that all fucking day, boy, you're rubbing people the wrong way. It's not setting well. Yeah, get off your high horse, princess. So, that one was in October 2015. This is my false arrest that you did carried out in January 2016, just a few months later. By law, you must file a police report to get a protective order. If someone is threatening death and false arrest, you need a protective order. The first one I filed was denied because I forgot to bring the damn police report. I had the case number. Judge Eyrick said I have to have the actual report. Reason number 2 is you forgot your damn report. Marler versus Clower. We've said this over and over and over. What is this? There's the McNamara email showing the false arrest threats. Here's the death threats. If you don't change your story and lie, Mr. Robertson said, first thing out of his mouth, you are going to recant your claims that Charles Perry's a stalker, or I'm going to put you in the lake. I'm going to murder you. And I started laughing at him. Yeah, okay. Ooh. But then they did try. And I'm still here. They started putting arsenic in my drinks at work. We'll just say it's a strip. She's working in a strip club. It's a risk from, work from risk. Or a risk from work. And that environment. Not really if you're recorded talking about it and you texted me. TPD, this is how you slay a dragon right here. The fucker texted me an admission. Yeah, I'm giving you arsenic. Let your life fade away. I can't promise the stalking will end without death and destruction, because that's kind of my thing. That's what I do. So that's how you slay a dragon. You get the offender to text you an admission of guilt. That's what that is right there. And if they didn't poison me, they would have made sure you collected my blood and tested it, so that Mr. Perry could do his little, I'm a queen, I'm a queenie. See me, it feels bad for me. See, she lied. I'm a victim of a lie. But that's not what he did. That's not what he did at all, is it? Nope. He made sure there was no test, because I filed that on the 21st. Everybody in this day and age doesn't have to be raised by 4 generations of police to know that you got to have the proper collection of the evidence and an inspection of blood to see what's in it. Is there arsenic in it? Is there phenobarbital in it? Or nothing at all? Or something else completely? Opioids and shit. Right? You can watch Las Vegas CSI changed all that. You can watch the show, and you can see how police are supposed to properly collect evidence and log it in. So that you can watch the O.J. Simpson trial and see they didn't do that properly, and now that you got a guy that got away with murdering his wife, he chopped her head off. So anybody knows on the street knows these days, because there's so much television about processing a crime scene. You know what you got to do. Obstructing justice isn't part of that, Princess Looney Tune, but that's what they did. Somebody at TPD who should have properly collected the evidence and then investigated the crime I reported that happened in Tulsa, my attempted murder, first degree. They planned it maliciously, willfully, blah, blah, blah. Different than negligence. The sentencing is a lot higher, Mr. Robertson. Who do you think you are? You were on Oklahoma, really? When we're quoting you, I got the McNamara email and you've texted me an admission of guilt. What part of Oklahoma is it that you think you run? You own Tulsa Police. Does Tulsa Police work for you or the citizens? Who's paying them? You tell us. You like making admissions of guilt in a text. Why don't you text it to me? Who's running Tulsa Police? You like bragging about your power, and you run Tulsa Police, and you go control the cops. Text that to me, David. Why don't you do that? You and Calvin. Okay? Charles, I need for you to shut up. No one cares what you think. Why do you think people care what you think? Why do you think that? Well, nobody understands why the fuck you think that. No one cares. We're all sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing it. Shut up. Just shut up. We're all tired of hearing what you think. No one cares. Shut up. This was my report. Do not give it to the offender, you dumbass. You properly collect the evidence, then you investigate, and then you take it to the prosecutor, and you file charges. Right? That's what's supposed to happen, TPD. Do you work for David or not? Is he running that police department or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Because in our court, you're going to answer for that. You are. You are. Which of you gave that report to the offender? Which dumbass did that? And almost got me killed. Got Chief Miller killed. Because had you done this right, he'd be alive now, wouldn't he? You got to answer to this stuff. I don't care who you think you are. The best you can be in your career in law enforcement is the bitch of a sex weirdo, Richard. Why don't you come talk to me, Richard? Let's have a chat about who's doing the better job catching the bad guy. It's not you. You got your lips sewn to his ass. He's shitting all over you, and it's all over your face and in your mouth, and you look ridiculous. It's embarrassing. That's not what cops are supposed to do. Please resign. I am asking you to resign. Get out of it if you can't do it right. Get out of it if you can't do it right. Because there's another courtroom, Richard. You're going to have to talk to that judge when I'm quoting you. Ringtone Richard. Dear Jesus. On the 29th, because the report was given to the offender, not proper collection of evidence, take my blood and test it, I never got a blood test. That's a Brady violation. Fuck you for doing that to me. I lost my home. And for doing that to Lucky and Mike. Fuck you. This is the charges are filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job as a senator. Our shrink says Mr. Perry has no fucking idea what his legislative duties are or what state he legislates in. It's not Oklahoma. I moved to Oklahoma to be around my family, to be with my family, and get away from you. All you had to do is leave me the fuck alone. It costs no money and no time to do that. I don't like you. Nobody's in love with you. You're all alone. Everybody makes fun of you. You're stupid and you're delusional and it's embarrassing. You need to get a life. Get a fucking life. You're walling around on the bathroom floor and everybody's laughing at you because you look stupid. No one cares what you think. Stop thinking we do. We're sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing what you think and how you feel and what you need. Fuck you. Shut up. Shut up. This is there's no political vendetta. I'm very vocal. He's even asking me. This is how bizarro this guy is. He's typing in my phone, who's my leaks? Is it Al? Is it Z? Is it Ty? I know like 20 Ties. I know one guy named Al. Who is that, Charles? Who is that guy to you? Does he work for you? Nobody's going to help you with that, sir. We're sick of you asking the same questions. Shut up. Shut the hell up. You don't get to know that. It's none of your business. Is it Al? Is it Z? Is it I don't know anybody named Z. Couldn't tell you. I don't know who that is. Is it Kim? I know like 5 Kims. Is it Jim? I know like 5 Jims. I guess you're talking about David's attorney. Again, I'm not told who the leaks are, and I don't care. I've said that every day for years. No one's going to help you. You know why? We want clean teeth. You're the bad breath that won't just fucking go away. All of you. So, there's no political vendetta. He's even typing in my phone, is it the EPA? Is it this part? Is it this issue or that issue? And I'm like, wow. There is no political vendetta. You're typing in my phone. That's hacking. That's a crime. Where's the political vendetta? Yeah, there's not one. You imagined it. You're stupid. You're stupid and delusional. I'm very vocal. In 13 years, there would have been something somewhere if there was such a thing. But the Judge Hanson fucked up. Because you have to have probable cause to arrest somebody. And what he should have done is, where's the evidence there was a false report made? Because there's not been a time for an investigation. There was no blood draw. Where's the blood draw? Where's the text, the video that she has? Where's the proper collection of her evidence of text and the video from her work showing David Robertson getting kicked out? Because he's grabby. You know what, David? Keep your hands to yourself. Get some manners. Keep your hands to your fucking self. If it's not yours, don't touch it. Yep. David had a problem with grabbing crotches. It was disgusting. You're the creepy guy everybody talks about in the back, David. There's the police call right there. The 15th of February. I'm already in jail. No probable cause. No proper collection of evidence. No investigation. Nothing. Right? Because I wouldn't lie. So what you did is you carried out the threats of the McNamara email, to which there's also a police recording that goes with that. You so disturbed somebody, they told on you. They do every day. I'm not told who your leaks are. No one cares about that. You know what we care? You're gone. And all the problems you caused gone with you. And all the torturing and tormenting and terrorizing gone with you. Everybody hates your guts. You don't run Oklahoma anymore, David. You're being told on and told on and told on because everybody's had enough of it. Everybody's sick and tired of it, and they've had enough of it. And I remember you told me, before my false arrest, look at that. After you obstructed justice, you caused the destruction of my evidence. You committed perjury. You committed fraud upon a court. Those are crimes, not a date. Those are felony crimes, David. What is it you think you run? What is it you think you run? So, before my false arrest, I walk up to David at my work. I'm being stalked at work, right? He tells me, There was a detective that said Lynn and Kathy aren't your real parents. Lynn is your real dad. Kathy's not your real mom. I'm like, wow, okay, that's news to me. I had no idea. I do remember my mother talking about being pregnant with my sister, but never me. I don't remember her ever talking about what her pregnancy was like with me. With my boys, both of them, I've told them what the pregnancy was like. So, at the time, the only reason it mattered was due to Mr. Perry did what the witness says. He'll have the ex take the kids away. Well, he did that through my parents with my older son, Tristan. So in that court, they testified that my son was their biological grandson. Well, if that's not my real mother, then maybe that's not true. That's another fraud. I can get him back. After he's turned 18, now it doesn't matter anymore, does it? So it only mattered before he turned 18 when I could still get him home. So I sent my son to go to a teen challenge because he was having a problem. My parents ran teen challenge. They went into court and lied and said that I just abandoned him when it was time for him to come home. But Charles did that. We know that. Judge Walker, drunk Deborah. Judge Walker in Albuquerque, who had to resign because she got a DUI. How much did you pay her? That supports what our witness says. Here's the thing. The witness is going to testify, Mr. Perry. They're going to play all your recordings, Mr. Perry. And all I have to do is get up there and go, yeah, he did all that to me. Look at my bank accounts. Yeah, he took my home away. Yeah, more than once. Twice I offered payment. Daryl Kitchens paid $30,000 of the debt you made for me. Part of that was my rent. He called the landlord and he said, don't kick him out. I'll pay it. I'm a wealthy man. I've got rentals myself. I'll pay it. And the landlord said, no. I'm getting more money from Charles Perry to kick her out than I would get for the rent. Right? So, that was before I ever left Lubbock. How much more do you owe me now? Because you took my money. He's right. He types in my phone, why'd you leave? Because you ran off my business. You badmouthed me to anybody who'd listen. And you ruined my life. I'm not going to stay in a town with somebody like that. I moved twice to get away from you. And to not have a conflict. And I didn't want to be a scandal. And my part of this was supposed to be over. You're the one that's dragging it on and on and on and on. And everybody's tired of it. And so we don't have any problems getting things like the McNamara email. That's what that email is called. The McNamara email. Dumbass. So David's like, I'll tell you who your real... See, David shouldn't know anything about this, right? But he's a stalker, so he does. I'll tell you who your real parents are if you'll tell me who's helping me. I mean, who's helping you. That's what David says to me. This was the last conversation I had with him. I leaned into his ear and I said, go fuck yourself. And I walked off, and it was the last thing I said to him. Who do you think you are? Are you admitting that you're a criminal? That you're running organized crime, sir? Is that what you're doing? That you're buying cops and judges? And this time it keeps getting more uncovered and more when you do it to me? Are you not all there? Look at your results. Are you not all there? That you would have some girl, what you thought she was a leak, I'll arrange her false arrest. I'll have her arrested for stealing a car, even though it's not stealing a car. Somebody let her use it. So you have Tulsa police arrest her, and then you guys go get her out of jail before she's even called anybody and told them where she is. And so she goes, I hadn't called anybody. I didn't have my phone call yet. I just got booked. And here they show up to get me. So guess what that was? Yeah, that was an intimidation tactic. Highly, incredibly illegal. Maybe my guys will charge you for that too, David. You do it again. Just watch what happens. What happens when you do it to me or anybody I know. Huh? Are you buying Tulsa police? Do you think they work for you? Do you think those are your bitches? And then if they don't do what you think they're supposed to, they end up dead? See, everything's changed when you do it to me, sir. You're not all there, are ya? You're not all there, are ya? It's different when you do it to me. All of a sudden, we start quoting you. I told you, Terry, to tell her to put her car registration in the glove compartment. I have a key illegally obtained to her car. I went and looked. It's not there. Right, David? I'm quoting you, right? They know you went to the airport and talked to the post office worker there and said, did she file a complaint? My guy's like, I told you that's what he would do. That's why I'm going to do it myself. Right? Okay. What'd you get yourself into, David? Okay, so they dropped the charges, see, after a year and a half. Fucking year and a half it took. They didn't have a crime. I'm complying with the law in the state where I live. I'm getting threatened with death and false arrest. That's what that was. It was a false arrest. So they dropped the charges after a year and a half. And, but when I'm in jail, they're like, we need you to lie. And I'm like, fuck you. No, not lying for you. I've not changed at all. I said the same thing today. I'm not lying for you. You're going to starve me into a lie. You're going to make me homeless under a bridge, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Duly noted for the record. You just made that threat to commit another crime against me. Now you got to answer for that in our court. The ones that gave me the McNamara email, Mr. Perry, those guys. They don't care who David thinks he is. They don't give a shit. We're doing things you've not seen before. Your guy said that. When Charles pesters Cindy and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. We keep getting quoted in our secret little, let's plan a crime meeting. Premeditated, malicious aforethought changes everything, David. Don't you have an attorney? Because attorneys are usually supposed to tell you that, explain all that to you. Who do you think you are, sir? And, so, and your other guy said, we've never had one of our victims figure out that we had cameras in their house, or that we're causing their problems, or send us a bill, an invoice, or sue us, or solve a murder we committed to cover all that up. We've never had that happen before, but it's happening when you do it to me. Are you guys, things just don't click for y'all, do they? We talking over your heads? So they're like, they need you to lie. And I'm like, oh, fuck no, not gonna happen. I just lost my house. My child, my little boy, we finally has had a hell of a childhood. They have messed up his life so bad. We finally got a house that we really liked. My son was captain of the tennis team in Sapulpa. He's taken tennis lessons since he was like 2 years old. And our house was an answer to prayer. God gave us that house. And my son had the whole top floor to himself. It was a 2-story old farmhouse, just one house over from the tennis courts. And, here's my child who's already been through hell and abused. Psychologically, emotionally abused, bad. He could have used that as an excuse to fail, and he didn't. He didn't get up on Saturday morning and go do drugs with his friends. He went to the tennis courts and he played tennis on Saturday. He didn't play video games. Sometimes he played video games, but he played tennis on Saturday morning. It was like the tennis courts were in our backyard. It was really cool. And so one house over from the tennis courts in Sapulpa, and he's got the whole top floor to himself, and we're finally doing good, finally getting on our feet. And Mr. Perry did this to us, and Mr. Robertson did this to us, and then they want me to lie about it? And I'm like, I don't think so. Absolutely not. Now my child has lost his home again. Now my child has to explain to all his friends why his mother's mugshots everywhere, and he knew that Mr. Perry was threatening death and false arrest because I told him. It traumatized him. I was freaking out one night. I called his dad. They're threatening me, death and false arrest. What kind of cops help a bitch like this? What kind of pathetics do that? Kiss the ass of a sex pervert. And that's the best they can do. What kind of cops would do that? My son heard that conversation. So, that was in October. It was right after I sent that email. And my ex-husband was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to come up there? Do you want me to come get Dennis? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm just upset. I want you to know what they're threatening me with. Death and false arrest specifically. These are not just vague things. Oh, he might hurt me. These are specific threats. Here's specifically what criminal act I'm going to do. Fraud upon a court, perjury. There was no political vendetta. That judge should have said, I need emails. I need texts. I need something to indicate what is the issue she's pissed off about, enough to make up a stalker story, not tell anybody but a few close friends who don't even live in Texas for 4 years. Move and move again and then go public with it. I didn't go to the media with it. I told your guy, Jordan, in my emails of 2011. I didn't go to the media with this, Jordan. I'm not trying to hurt your client. I went to you. And in response, Mr. Perry threatens to ruin my business. Who the fuck does that? And then he did. And then, why did you leave? Wow. Why don't you like me? I do everything you don't like. Why don't you like me? And you go, why, you can't figure out why the shrink thinks you're mentally retarded? She thinks you're mentally retarded. Get to that. He does everything she hates and nothing she likes and can't figure out why she doesn't like him. But I'm sorry, but you're not operating with a full load if you say stuff like that. You're a job, Mr. Perry. You always were. So this is an agreement right here. I'm telling my attorney, look what my little boy's been through. Look what I've been through. We just lost our house. My mugshot's all over the place. Fuck no. Oh, hell no. Not lying for him. Oh, shit. Now we got to get her shrink to try to say she's just crazy. Yeah, didn't happen, did it? So, this, I said, and I'll just say nothing. But he has to leave me alone. He has to never contact me or my family again, ever. I never hear another word from him. I don't even want to hear his name. So, Mr. Perry agreed to that. In another court, he's lied. He had made an admission of guilt, and he agreed to stop. Because Provision 1 says Charles Perry shall have no contact with Cynthia Ortiz. And yet, while I was there, he planned the next one. We're going to send her home, harass the shit out of her, jam at her car, take her, get her kicked out of her house, and then when she tells on us, we'll say she's harassing us. Another fraud upon a court. You've got fraud after fraud after fraud, and a reporter going, because she's broke, you got evidence of coercion, just like she said. And another fraud upon a court. We know they killed Chief Miller and framed Mike. We know. Had they done what she said, left her the fuck alone, made sure her money's fine, so there's no evidence of coercion, I'm gonna starve you into a lie. And there's no fraud upon Mike's court. They help him go home. There'd be no reason to think that they killed Chief Miller, even if they did. But that's not what they did. These are the special kind of stupid criminals. They did exactly what she says. They're coercing her. They're taking our money. They're witness tampering. You don't want me to lie unless I'm telling the truth. So you just gave me a whole lot of credibility, bitch. You're not all there, are you? So for this, I sued them. Oh, wait. This is what my shrink said after seeing me a year and a half, twice a month for 2 hours. An hour to 2 hours per visit. Once or twice, it was only once a month if our schedules really conflicted a lot. But most of the time, for a year and a half, twice a month. She doesn't say she's nutty and I put her on pills. She says that the arrest was a stalking escalation. You broke the law. You obstructed justice. You caused the loss of my evidence. Brady violation. Once that was brought out, Mr. Powell, that you violated a Brady, you should have dismissed the charges immediately. Not hang him out there for a year and a half. That was used to intimidate me, and there was no other intent. You did it to intimidate me, and that is illegal, sir. And you're probably going to jail too. Conspiracy to commit XYZ crime, and there's a list. Leave me the fuck alone. Witness tampering is a crime. Charles, shut up. No one cares what you think. Why in the fuck do you think we care what you think? We're all sick of hearing it. Listen to me. No one is going to tell you who your leaks are. Stop asking me. Stop contacting me. Get out of my phone. Get your cameras out of my home. Get your hands out of my wallet. And fuck off. You do not have a choice. As many times as we quote you, we think it is hysterical. You think you do. It speaks to your delusion. Fuck the hell off. Shut up. We want clean teeth. We bought the toothbrush. We bought the toothpaste. We've brushed our teeth. Alright? You're not going to get help. We all want you gone. When you're gone, so is the tragedy. So is the loss. So is the drama. So is the peeping, the hacking. the invasion of my privacy, and the one problem after another loss that you cause. Everybody's sick of dealing with it, David. You don't control Oklahoma anymore. I guess you did. You don't now. Okay? I told you, I'm not Wyatt Earp. I did not come here to mop up. But since you picked a fight with me, now I am. Alright? Now I am. You fucked with the wrong people. I have help. I have help that they don't want your money. Military ecumenicals, I guess. We'll say maybe that's partially true. For some. But guess what? It's not your business. What day are they going to bang on your door and you're gone? This is over. What day will they finish their investigation? Meanwhile, we'll get more and more and more of what you just said when you were sitting there planning your crime. All they have to do is play it, David, and all I have to do is get up and go, yeah, they did do that to me. Yep, we're tired of it. Everybody's sick of it. How do you know there's not people at Tulsa Police tired of being your bitch? Tired of you getting in their face going, did you leak? Did you talk? Do you think maybe that's part of it, David? You don't run Oklahoma. Not now. You were asked to just leave me alone. That's all I asked. Cost no money and no time. And then you might still run Oklahoma. I don't know. But when you mess with me, it changed. Everything changed. It's all different now. You don't know me? She said she's articulate, intelligent, and honest. And scared for her and her family. That's the determination she made after a year and a half. Mr. Perry has slandered me. So has David. And it's been duly noted for the record. You guys like witness tampering, don't you? I don't know. When we get this one, 2019. It's not legal, but I'm going to take her car. And my car's been wrecked 5 times. You had people taking pictures. I'm a stalker. I'm taking pictures of you. People were taking pictures. Laura's like, I called Chief Miller 3 times. Please increase patrol around here. Because he's got people doing that. I've lived here 10 years. I've never seen people do that until she got here. David Robertson owns Dynamic Shot. His employees were staying right there next to me. 3 doors down. Creepy, huh? Yep. And there's the black Lexus with Texas plates everybody talked about. Mr. Perry has power. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Who told you that? He did. He told you he had power. Yeah. Oh, wow. Nope. He's like a dog catcher. Really, literally. Does anybody out there sit around and wring your hands over what some little small town podunk nothing in a state where you don't live is gonna do legislatively? Nope. Absolutely not. I just walked out of the office of Harry Reid Perry. Was nothing. Absolutely not a fucking thing. He hadn't been in politics. I helped him get elected for the first time. I helped him get elected so the cops could get to him. And while we're doing this, what he does in his private life is the public is entitled to know. If it's okay, if Bill Clinton can't get away with it, and Al Franken can't get away with it, and John Ensign can't get away, what makes you think you will, podunk nobody? Yep, you're not getting away with it, not this time. Point out for me the marks on this man that looks like he was in a fight. Is that what you threatened Tulsa police with? I'm going to do to you what we did to Mike and Lucky. Maybe some of them are tired of it, David. They don't work for you. You think you run Oklahoma. I'm sorry, but you don't. Not now. Point out for me the marks on him that looks like he was in a fight. The person that is dead is Chief Miller, who died of strangulation, blunt force trauma to the head. He had extensive damage over his head, neck, and face. And Mike's hands would look like his face had he beat him up. David, I said get him home, didn't I? I didn't give you a choice. Get this man home. Charles, you have got to shut up. You're a mentally retarded, mentally ill, delusional whack job. The more you talk, the more sick we get. Shut up. Why do you think we care what some mentally retarded whack job thinks? You're in the bathroom floor walling around. Nobody cares what you think. Shut up. You are some delusional something. I've never seen anything like it. Will you please shut up? Everybody wants you gone. Shut up. No one cares what you think. You weren't asked, were you? No one asked you, did they? Shut up. He had internal decapitation. That means he was hit back and forth so hard, his head came off his body. You don't look like that if you did some that kind of damage to someone else. Point out for me the marks on this man that looks like he was in a fight. He wasn't. David Robertson, get him home now. You don't have a choice. You don't have one. As many times as I've quoted you, we think it is funny as fuck that you think you do. You, Charles, Matt, Josh, Joe, Calvin, Geppetto, guy who crosses his arms and sticks your pinky up your teeth. You think you have a choice? As many times as I've quoted you, who has the actual recordings? When are they going to bang down your front door and you're gone? Tulsa police doesn't work for you. Chief Franklin runs that police department, not you. Okay? Who in law enforcement has the actual recordings? And maybe cops locally are sick and tired of you calling over there. Pull her over. I need the VIN number. Confirm her driver's license. Or I'll do to you what I did to Mike and Lucky. Maybe they're sick of hearing that, David. Maybe some of them had enough of it. And they just want you to go the fuck away. And when you're gone, so is that. Maybe they're just sick and tired of y'all. Maybe everybody is sick and tired of y'all. There was a day that people no longer tolerated Hitler or Bin Laden or Napoleon. They're gone. We got rid of them. Saddam Hussein, we got rid of them. Okay? There was a day that somebody said that's enough. You're breaking the law. You're offending everybody. You're angering people. People don't like suffering. And you're causing it. We're going to make you be gone. That's it. We got the toothbrush and the toothpaste. We want clean teeth. So, nobody asked you what you think. We would like you to shut up and go away. How about that? Shut the fuck up and get away from me. This is a felony, Charles, not a date. You are one delusional whack job. You need to be put in the funny farm. You're the John Hinckley of Oklahoma. You sit there and watch TV with your blow-up doll, and that's a crime. Watching me in the privacy of my home. Stop invading my privacy. Get away from me. Now. Or it'll be done for you, Princess Looney Tune. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're just told on, and told on, and told on, and told on, and we got ringtone email. Get a ringtone, Richard. So many of those that we call him Ringtone Richard. Frame her for a murder, David said. She looks similar to the girl that did it. But the girl that did it, the witnesses said, we heard, was quite a bit heavier than Cynthia. Darker brown hair. It's blonde, but it's darker brown. And Cynthia's too light. Her skin's too light. Try to get Cindy tanning. We found that out, David, because you don't run Oklahoma anymore. That's just the way it is. Nobody asked you what you thought about it. People are tired of the suffering that you're causing, the loss, the tragedy, the bullying. And now you're getting hit back by guys that aren't from Oklahoma. The reason it's a need to know is so they can do that. And you can't stop it. You're not going to bully these ones. Not this group. So, when you threaten me, and you harass me, and you starve me, and you take my money, everything changed. And you either get that or you don't. It's the same thing every fucking day. We found out what happened with this guy is he was drugged. He slept through the whole fight. He said, I don't remember anything. Because he slept through it. You drugged him. The fight was between Lucky and whoever drugged Mike. What'd you give him? Because he passed out. You killed Chief Miller, and we know that. And then you perpetrated a fraud upon his court. You're going to get him home today. You're going to give my money back today. David, you called Lynn and Kathy and said that inheritance money, her granny worked very, very hard and saved all her life so she could give it to her granddaughter, and you kept it. It was due to me in 2007. There's interest due on it now. You're going to make sure they give that to me now. You're going to make sure my child gets his loan money. There's federal loan money that was paid to his school, and the excess of that was to be paid to him within 14 days. At the beginning of the year. He still doesn't have it. Get it to him now. You don't have a choice. When I'm quoting you, you think you have a choice? It speaks to your delusion. You'll find out the hard way. You don't have a choice. I don't want your BioLine money, Charles. I want you to pay back the money you took from me. When you rented out my clubs, they got a forensic account. They know exactly how much you took. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. Our witness says he starves these women while he rakes it in, using their body, their property, their utilities, their internet connection a lot of times. $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home getting entertained without my consent. $2,000 plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. And separately, my child. It's going to be done for you in the legal process, Mr. Perry. That's not bribery. I mean, it's not extortion or anything like that. I'm just telling you, you owe a debt, you're going to pay it. You can do it by yourself like a big boy, or they'll do it for you through the normal legal process. There's things called restitution and shit. After you're in jail and you can't buy the next judge, we sue you again. It's fine. So, what day are they going to bang on your door and that's it? You're done. Who's going to be the police department that does that? There's more than one police department involved in this. There's a group of elite. And that's all I'm going to say. But I'll tell you one thing. If you're seeing things happen you've never seen before, and you don't think it's a group of elite, you're off your nut. You're delusional. You're not all there. It's a felony, not a date, dumbass. Your own friend said to you, we got the recording of it, princess weirdo. Your own friend said to you, you don't have a real love life. There's not a date here. She doesn't like you. And you're taking time away from my business and my family for your little weirdo meetings. You don't have a cover-up either, by the way. And you're taking time away from my business and my family for your delusion. And I've had enough of it. I'm not helping you anymore. So, who is it running Oklahoma? Charles and Dave, Josh, Joe, Matt, Calvin, Geppetto. If you're getting told on, and 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 my guys are like, hang on, I'll show you. This is Mike's arrest report. The only injuries he had was a red swollen right hand, which had an IV in it, and that's why it's red and swollen. But if he had actually beat Chief Miller to death so hard back and forth that his head came off his body, his hands would have looked like Chief Miller's face, and they don't. The only other injury he has is from a second event, when he was pulled off Chief Miller and thrown face first into the floor. It busted his mouth. He didn't do it. You did. This is the email of March 2020 when I said, we know he was drugged. He didn't do it. Florida State's Attorney, you got the wrong guy. I know who did it. Please get in touch with me. And he didn't. So, now a reporter who has a law degree, we have 12 of them helping us. Some of them do not live in the United States. You're not going to control. When they're ready to release the story, when our guys are ready for them to do that, they will. One of them said, I am prepared to make these men the most hated people in America. You know why I know? I hate them for what they're putting Cynthia through and the Millers and the Neelys. I hate their guts with a vengeance. These people are monsters. So, David, you don't run Oklahoma. Not anymore. You got a reporter that hates your guts because of what you put everybody through. Bullying and breaking the law and your organized crime, and everybody's sick and tired of it. And people are now saying, yeah, not now, not putting up with that anymore. In a civilized society, we have laws that this is what we can do and this is what we can't. You don't take money from women and children. I'm sorry. You don't perpetrate one fraud after another. And eventually people are going to go, oh, and then they go, nobody will suspect a thing. Oh, they do, sir. I don't know what planet you live on. You're dumb as a brick. Did it take all 4 events on 9/11 for you guys to figure out that it was terrorism? Because we all knew it after the second plane hit. They do suspect a thing, David. You're off your nut. You're just as dumb as Charles. They do suspect a thing, and they hate your guts for what you're putting people through. The crime. People don't like crime, as it turns out. When you do things people don't like, they're not going to like you. So, that's why he said that. It's just the natural law progression of events. Here's just what's happening. When you be mean to people, they're not going to like you. Do you see is everybody cheering for Derek Chauvin? Fuck no. Everybody hates him. People cheer. Joe O.J. Simpson got away with murdering his wife, kinda. But everybody hates him. There's a lot of places won't do business with him anymore. So sometimes it looks like you get away with it. You're not really getting away with it. It's called social feedback. People are shunning you, basically, because you're a piece of shit. Women like men who are chivalrous. Okay? Mr. Perry, Daryl Kitchens and I were just friends at first, but it became a little more than that later on. And he was married. His wife is in a vegetative state and had been for 5 years, about to die any time. So before he died of cancer, we're being friends, and he's helping me with my bills. But all my friends said what I wouldn't do to have a relationship like that with my guy, what you have with Daryl. When Daryl died, I thought I was going to die too. It killed me. It hurt me so deep. My son had to tell me to stop crying. He literally had to tell me, Mom, I know you're hurt because he's dead. And you lost your whole life. And I'm sorry that you hurt. But I need my mom back, and I need you to stop crying all the time. It was that bad. I've never been that hurt in my life, except for over my son. It's different, though, with my son, because my son's not the finality of it. It just, God, it was awful to go through that. I feel for people who lose a spouse. It's, they say 80% of couples who've been together a long time die within the first 5 years. And I can see why. It just, I've not hurt that bad in my life. That's why Fabian meant so much to me. He started making me hope again. And my guys know that, Charles. That's why I got that puzzle in jail. Right up under your nose. When we get this stuff, David, nobody calls you and asks your permission, do they? David, we knew Mike was drugged. You guys gave him opioids. We knew that. This was March. It didn't come out in depositions till May. So who got that information from you guys to us? They don't call you up and say, do we have your permission, oh Lord David, oh King David? Nope. No one gives a fuck what you think. We're all tired of y'all, all of you. No one gives a shit. It speaks to your delusion that you think we would care. We don't care. What we said is shut up and get away from us. Get away from us. You're gonna go to jail, all of you. We can't wait. We do want clean teeth, as it turns out. We've bought the toothbrush and the toothpaste. Here's some of it right here. Sir, you don't run Oklahoma. Stop threatening cops. Stay away from them. Stay the fuck away from everybody. Leave everybody alone. Mind your own business. Princess Looney Tune, mind your own business. Stop butting in. Boy, nothing makes me more angry than when you start butting into shit. It's none of your business. I want my privacy back. I want my money back, and I want you gone. I don't want your BioLi money. So in response to that, nobody calls you guys and goes, oh, we'll keep this quiet if you pay. That's what you're offering. You're offering, I'm going to starve you until you feel you have no choice but to take our bribe and lie. So it's actually the other way around. We just get it and put it out. Or hold it. There's information we hold. It's all strategic to the criminal case. It has nothing to do with what you think. But you can get your hands out of my wallet. They know, they've got a forensic accountant, knows exactly how much money I lost when I was dancing. And you'd rent out a club, run all the paying customers off, send your 5 guys in with canned food. Every day I've DoorDashed, or Uber Eats, or Grubhub, and you jam up my apps and I can't make money. Or block the good orders and only let the bad ones come through. So I've spent, it went from 4 hours a week to 7 hours a week that I'm just sitting there declining bad orders. Or you have your guy call in and they all tell us, but for hacking, drivers are chosen on algorithm. They can't have their guy call in, have her deliver the food so they can get a picture of her with their doorbell camera or whatever other security they have. But we know you do that. You're going to have to deal with it in our court case, okay? When the guys that got me that right there, you got to answer to them. No one else matters. They're the ones doing the work. They're the ones collecting the evidence. The McNamara email goes with the recording. This goes with the recording. All of it goes with the recordings. There's like 60,000 of them. 60,000 of them that I typed up. What about the ones I didn't type up? Ringtone. Get a ringtone, Richard. That one. We got like 100 of them. Charles, you're not going to get a date with me. You sicken me. You sicken me. And when you try to tell me what you think and how you feel, I mean, we're just like, wow. Why is it you think I give a fuck? Were you asked? Nope. And you ask me who the leaks are? Nobody's going to help you with that. We're sick of you. We're sick of you. Stop asking. Stop contacting me. Shut up and get away from me. Or they'll do it for you. Same way they got me that, David, Charles, Josh, Joe, Matt, Calvin, Geppetto. The same way they got me this recording right here. They'll do it for you. Through the normal legal process. It's not extortion. You can settle debts before court. Now, wherever it goes to the criminal case, it's not my call. There's a judge that decides if you get mercy or you don't. You made amends, maybe we'll give you mercy. It's not up to me. It's up to the judge. It's not my call. Sometimes they'll do it. It's called restorative justice, or, he tried to make it right. He's sorry. Show some mercy, judge. Or the judge can say, absolutely, we'll give a little mercy, or not. It's not up to me. He may be so very angry at you that you're still going at me right now that he doesn't give a fuck. But you owe a legitimate debt, you pay it, or they'll do it for you. Some of that might mean after your criminal charges are all done and I sue again, this time you can't buy your way out. But you're going to leave me alone. I don't want your buy a lie money, Charles. Everybody knows you're trying to starve me into a lie. Everybody knows that. We've said it over and over and over and over. Write it down, dumbass. I don't want your buy a lie money. What I'd like you to do is pay back the legitimate debt you owe. Every penny you took, get Michael Neely home. Get Sensations full of paying customers again because you ran all their customers off. And get the fuck out of my life and I never hear from you again. And I could ask them to show you some mercy or not, or not say anything at all, and it's all up to them. And they can listen to me or not. It's not up to me. The final determinations made by other people. Other people that are really pissed off that you won't fuck off. I don't care what you think, Charles. I don't care how you feel. I don't like you. Move on. Grow up here and move on. I don't want your byline money. I don't want to move to Houston to your house of horror. I want you to shut up and get away from me. Act like you understand what I just said, please. Because everybody's sick and tired of you. And your little Princess Perry, I'm a queen, drama, we're gagging on it, bitch. We're gagging on it. 2017, he's gonna harass the hell out of you. And when you complain about it, he's gonna say you're harassing him. Justice Scalia died in West Texas right when you were planning this. Not some other place, not some other time. Right then, right there. That's being looked into, sir. This right here, David. It says the mail's forwarded to Charles. But the guy put a sticker on it that said, no, we got to check into that. I'm seeing her standing right here. Why'd she forward her mail somewhere else if she's standing right here? So, our prosecutor said, if you file a complaint with the post office over that and, the appeal, mail it's in, you're going to get it in the mail. Make it where it doesn't get there on time. So let's just put a trap out for him. Here's the net. Swim in it. Here's your bait. Take it. And you did. My guy says we recorded him all day on the 11th of February. So what we'd like you to do is mail it and make the receipt the exhibit. Don't file a complaint with the post office. I'm going to do that. Because the second you do it, David will walk in right behind you, thinking he's God of Oklahoma, and try to obstruct it. So guess what, God of Oklahoma? You're not God after all. My guy did it. My guy has the complaint filed. He's already got it taken care of. It'll be part of your criminal case, okay? You asked for that. You're not God of Oklahoma, as it turns out. And that's the exhibit. And you did exactly what he said you would. He calls me up. I guess what? I told you. He did exactly what I told you he would. What we're going to do is play the recordings, and then you just go, yeah, they did that to me. They obstructed my appeal on purpose. The very next day, Mr. Perry is recorded talking to my landlord. They tried it the year before, but the COVID moratorium. So then they tried the smoking. Well, then the COVID moratorium's over. Charles calls my landlord on the 12th of February. This was sent off on the 11th. On the 12th, we got our appeal kicked because we interfered with the mail. It's not going to make it to the court in time. The county court has to have by the 16th, it has to have the DOR. My guy tells me, don't walk it in, mail it. Because I got a plan with that. This is the trap. This is the trick. This is the net. These guys are bad guys and they're stupid, so they'll just fall right into it. And you did. You did. So you'll have to deal with that in your criminal case. What they said is, then you guys recorded talking to my landlord. Kick her out. We got the appeal kicked. We intercepted the mail. It's not going to make it on time. Now kick her out. My landlord said, we just had her sign another lease. So I thought this was going to be fine. How many people have you gotten kicked out of their home? Mr. Perry, just kick her out. So then we're like, okay, that's interference with contracts and commerce. And the contract would have been more than 3 months had you not done that. There's two prongs to that crime. Interference with commerce, and the second is interference with contracts. And you've got 5. You're going to be charged with it. You're not going to get a date, Mr. Perry, and you're not going to get a lie. You're going to go to jail. We want clean teeth. We bought the toothbrush and the toothpaste. That's it. You too, David, Josh, Joe, Matt, Charles, Calvin, and Geppetto, and all the other guy. The guy that sticks his pinky up his teeth. The guy that thought he's going to get me to go to Houston with him and work, be his bitch. Real estate. I don't want to do real estate. What I want you to do is leave me the fuck alone, and I'm happy to be the one that it's different. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. Police Chief Hall's granddaughter. And it's different when you do it to me. And it's been that way for years, and you act like you don't know that. So, for the last time, Mr. Perry, I don't want your buy-a-lie money. We all know you're trying to starve me into a lie. My response to that is give back what you took from me, or they'll do it for you. The same guys that gave me this. They gave me that. They gave me that. We've got one in Tulsa that just won't. I mean, we keep getting caught when we do it to her. We got to get her back to Texas. Starve her. So she thinks she has no choice but to go to Texas. The Houston kidnapping plan. Because your family's starting to give you shit. Why are you up in Oklahoma all the time, Dad? Matthew said, your son, right? Well, if I can get her to Houston, then I can explain that away a little more. You're having an imaginary affair with a woman that can't stand you. So did John Hinckley Jr. And, your family needs you. Go be with your family. You're not wanted here. Nobody invited you here. You're that weird guy at the party. Everybody's like, who invited him? Who invited the weird mean guy? Somebody make him leave. Everybody's sick of you. We need to get her back to Texas so we can do more to her, you were recorded saying. Last year, we got the COVID moratorium. Here's the thing. When I'm working in a strip club, there's 100 customers coming in. Then COVID hits. Now it's down to 50. Charles runs all them off and sends his 5 guys in with canned food. Can't do it because of the COVID moratorium, so, because they did try. Anybody can check the docket. Chardonnay Apartments. My guys are like, well, you saw how wonderful your life was there when you lived there in your 20s. I was able to pay off $15,000 worth of credit card debt. I can make money. If you'll get your hands out of my wallet, I'd be fine. Since you're taking it, you're going to pay it back. There's a thing called restitution, Mr. Perry. You can pay it back. You can pay it before. Maybe they'll show you mercy. Maybe they won't. I don't know. They sure shit won't if you don't make it right. Make amends. Get Mike Neely home. Give my money back and get the fuck out of my life. And I never hear from you again. It doesn't mean you won't get criminal charges. You will. It doesn't mean, he can show mercy in sentencing or not. That's up to the judge. I'm not going to ask for it. I've asked them to give you the death penalty. Okay? Who's Monique to you? Nobody's saying, I'm going to cover it up. Is it okay if we put this out? Were you consulted before we put that out? Nope. No one cares what you think. Nobody said, we'll keep it all quiet if you pay. You're saying that. You're saying, I'll starve you. And then I'll give you byline money. But you have to lie. And everybody's like, about what? That she knew Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it, or that it was confirmed months later? Which one is she supposed to lie about? He keeps doing exactly what she says. Yep. Everybody's not stupid like you, David. So, let's get her kicked out on smoking. Look at the date on that. It's February 9th. Look at the date on this. February 15th. She did do exactly what you told her to do. And I contacted her back and I said, this is bullshit. And no, you're not coming in my apartment. This is the place that had been so wonderful for me. And my guys are sitting there watching me because he has ruined everything good for you. Ruined it. And boy, that makes us mad. So because he's made us mad, we're not the right people to fuck with. We'll get you more of that. When you fuck with me, we get more. And it's been that way every day. We get more and more and more and more and more because you keep doing stuff. If you weren't doing things to me that were illegal, there'd be nothing to get, right? This is not blackmail. This is not extortion. It's common sense. When you speed, you get a ticket and a fine. If you stop speeding, you're not going to get a ticket or a fine, are you? If you'd leave me alone, there's nothing else to get, dumbass. It's free, and it costs no time at all to leave people alone. Right? Rapist? They got me that in jail. Fabian gives me hope. These words intersect, Mr. Perry. You're me. You're the selfish butt-in. Everybody wishes would just fucking go away. Crawl back under your rock. Boo and sadness are the fear and the sadness you cause. Everybody's sick of feeling that. Boo is a private joke between my friend and I, going way back. Nobody else knows that but he and I. You are to shut up. Shut the fuck up. Everybody's sick of hearing what you think. No one asked you. Stop butting in. Shut up and get away from me, weirdo. Nobody asked you if they could get that to me in jail, right? And they did. It's not up to you, David. No one cares what you think. It's not up to you. Leave everybody alone. Stop bothering people. Go work. Go do normal things normal people do and fuck off. And then you won't have to worry about who told. There won't be anything to tell. Stop speeding, you won't get a ticket. It's just stupid stuff. Most people don't have to be told this. You've been told over and over and over and over. It just, things aren't clicking for y'all. Criminals are stupid, or they wouldn't be criminals. And I've never seen that be more true than in this deal right here. And that right there. Who's talking? Which of the senators' victims are talking? And how did you know Mike had to be coaxed to go to Pensacola? Because we premeditated the murder of both of them. It's just that, kind of like Cynthia, the same. We got same and different. When they don't die, we do a false arrest. So we've duly noted that for the record, Mr. Perry. We've asked for the death penalty for you. And some people don't need to be here. Some people need to go so that other people can live. And if you're going around murdering people like a serial killer, you don't need to be here. You live in Texas. It's a big, huge death penalty state, isn't it? John Hinckley of Oklahoma. You killing people, Mr. Perry? You don't need to be here. You ever heard of thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Be not deceived, God isn't mocked. You reap what you sow, you already are. It's like the law of gravity. You throw something, it's going to come back down. Sometimes right on your head, David. Now, for the last time, leave me the fuck alone. I've been asking you that for a long time. That's my car. Look at all the damage. 5 car accidents in 3 years since that was recorded. This was the deal Mike was investigating, Mike Neely, 6 days before he took this report. How the fuck did they get in your car? They get a key from the dealer, Mike. Every car I have. That's how they knew that's how you guys knew the registration wasn't in the glove. Terry's like, I did tell her. That's why she didn't put it in the glove. She's not stupid. You don't know what you're dealing with. You're not able to properly assess your situation, are you? You're delusions. You're delusionals, aren't you? What does that say? July 2014. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't have feelings for you, but disgust, Charles. You make my skin crawl. Fuck off. You are creepy. You're strange. You're weirdo. You're violating me. Cease and desist. You owe a debt, pay it. Stop trying to starve me into taking a bribe and lie. I don't want it. What I'd like you to do is pay the money you owe legit and get the fuck out of my life, and I never hear from you again. And I'll ask them for mercy, but they don't have to give it to you, and it's not up to me. It's not up to me. That's not extortion, and it's not blackmail. Whenever we get information, we're going to put it out strategically to get a conviction. That's it. That's what we use to make the decisions. No one calls you and asks you if it's okay. No one cares. Nobody offers you to keep it quiet if you'll, give us money. There's nothing like that. The money asked of you is a debt. It's not contingent upon whether or not we make public what you've just said. We're going to do that either whether you like it or not. We're going to do that based on need. Okay? It's based on need. It is to establish premeditation. Like, we're going to get her kicked out of her home. So then when you do get me kicked out of my home, I can go, well, I told you so. Now we've got evidence of premeditation. And your little, if we do this XYZ, then she can't say, I told you so, or that we did it. And my guys are laughing at y'all. Yeah, that's not what, wow. Why would they think that? It's not about what you say, it's about what they say. We're going to play the recordings of what they said. All you have to do is confirm that they did it or didn't do it. Yeah, they did that. They did get me kicked out of my home. They did wreck my car 5 times in 3 years after that recording. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures out it's not legal. So, all you had to do is leave me alone. So for the last time, in response to your offer or your threat, I'm going to starve you into a lie. I said no. Pay back what you owe legit today and get the fuck out, or it'll be done for you. Do the normal legal process. You speed, you pay a fine. There's restitution, and there's subsequent lawsuits when you can't buy the judge this time. You bought your way out of the appeal, and we said that before. That you were planning that. That's why I put the receipt. That's why I didn't walk it in. I mailed it to the county. So that's already been investigated. Our guys already have the answers to that. They'll deal with it in your criminal. It's all, okay? What day will they bang down your door, David? You don't know? Who is going to bang down your door? Charles, I don't have the hots for you. You make me want to vomit. Everybody's deeply disturbed and upset by what you're putting me and Mike Neely through. No one cares what you think. We're all tired of hearing it. Everybody's tired of hearing you talk. You shut up. No one cares what you think, what you feel, what you want. Shut up. You aren't asked. You're just told on and told on and told on and told on and told on because everybody's sick of you and we want you gone. And when you're gone, all the drama, all the tragedy, all the loss, all the fear and sadness is gone with you. So we have no problem getting what you just said. None. Nobody's going to tell you who your leaks are. We're not even... there's like 3 people that have that information. I'm not one of them. We want you gone. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody wants you gone. Shut up. I don't know who your leaks are. Wouldn't help you if I did. Shut up and get out. Get away from me. Whack job. Leave me alone. No one's helped you. They're not gonna help you. We want for you to be gone. And with you, the problems, the drama, the loss, the suffering, the struggling, you're gone. We don't have to deal with it anymore. No one's gonna help you. Stop acting like you don't understand that. It's very irritating to deal with a stupid like you. You're stupid. You're a fucktard. It's embarrassing. Go away. Get away from me. Leave me alone. I'm not asking you. And for you, as many times as you're quoted, for you to think you have a choice, speaks to how stupid and fucktard you really are. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.